Let's talk a little bit about that breakthrough. When you went off for a few months, what was the core breakthrough of Algorand? In layman's terms, what were the elegant solutions that you were trying to bring forward as compared to the inelegant solutions perhaps that you had encountered?
So, well, the hardest part in a blockchain is not to make sure that this database cannot be corrupted, but the hardest part is to decide the next block. Who should decide and how does it become a common knowledge and not just an individual choice? And so somehow everybody has in mind a long diluted process. Somehow I append my block to the longest chain that I see, assume the longest chain that I see as a block that was produced by you, Jeremy. I append my block to yours. This is interpreted like a vote that your block is correct. And if somebody appends her block to mine, she's voting that my block and your block are both correct. And so that is a kind of a longer process. And the more time passes, the longer the chain becomes, and somehow gives you confidence that these blocks are going to remain in the chain. So what I felt is I understand this dilution and drip consensus is necessary to be fast. But I decided, can't we just bite the bullet and agree on one block in such a fashion that you never had to come back? So I agree on the block, and then now becomes everybody, not only me, but the entire community agrees on the block. The block is permanent. Next block, we agree on the block, next block. And every time we add that a block, we know that we have not to look for the longest chain because there is only one chain. And so I decided in my adventures in distributed computation land that there was a quintessential algorithm called Byzantine agreement, no adjectives that modified and make it weaker, but the original Byzantine agreement. And I say, why don't we Byzantine agree on each block? Well, the problem was that at that time, the fastest algorithm for a practical application allowed maybe 12 participants. And if we want to have a blockchain like with millions or billions of participants, forget it, that was not cutting the deal. So the need was to invent from scratch a new Byzantine agreement protocol that scale at that level. And so that I would say is really the fundamental thing. And the other one, if I can actually, you need a second one, is to have somehow to form committees which are somehow where committee members are not selected by me, heaven forbid, or for somebody else, but actually randomly self-select to be part of this agreement. And of course, if you say randomly self-selected looks bad, because if I'm a bad person, I self-select myself all the time, not randomly. And so, and the idea is to use this verifiable random function to guarantee that there is a cryptographically fair selection in which I can select myself. And if I am by running a cryptographically fair individual lottery, and it's like a slot machine whose lever you can pull it once. And if I win, I have a winning ticket, proving to the entire world that I am a member of the committee to approve the next block. And if I don't win, I have nothing to show for, and therefore my opinion is ignored. And so that essentially is the essence, that you get this winning ticket if you get it. And if you get it, you propagate it together with your opinion up or down about the block. And why this is secure? Because the pulling the lever of a slot machine is a microsecond. It is distributed because anybody who has one algo, one token, can participate to this lottery. So simple it is. And so, this is also secure because if an adversary wants to corrupt somehow the members of the committee, it doesn't really know who should corrupt, this lady in Shanghai, this other guy in Paris. It doesn't know, because the winner is going to be the winner of a lottery. Nobody can predict who is going to win the lottery. And so, once we propagate the winning ticket and the opinion about the block, I can become known to be a member of this committee. I can be corrupted, but at this point it's too late to corrupt me, because my winning ticket, no peanut butter block, are virally propagated over a network, and therefore the adversary cannot put it back in a bottle no more than a government can put back in a bottle a message virally propagated by WikiLeaks. So the system is secure because beforehand you don't know whom to corrupt, and ex post after the facts is a bit too late to corrupt them.